Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. As you can see, I got my headphones on, my ears are back to normal, and that means we'll face cam now, because now I can actually put my headphones on and look like a normal person instead of having to do this all the time. But today's video, as you can see, we're on the collaboration page. We have something that I would like to talk about. That is possible. It could get Grand Cross pretty high up on like the top grossing if it was to happen. It's basically a collaboration with a huge anime, and it is possible now. It's not speculation. Let me show you. Boom. This is the manga for the show, so if you immediately see the name, you know what it is. I hope it appears fine on recording. I think I've got it flipped, so it should be okay. If not, I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Free roam. You're probably wondering how does this have a chance? Of course, we all spoke about it quite a while ago. Sora, once again, if you know Sora from the Grand Cross community, he's a pretty big fan of this collaboration, well, of just that show in general, and yeah, it's collaborating with the Slime game. So I'm just saying, if it can collaborate with the Slime game, which we know is not the best of games, it can collaborate with Grand Cross, and yeah, that's the big thing. Is that it can collaborate with Grand Cross. Once again, characters they're probably going to add, once again, Freerun, main character. Fern, once again, another massive main character. Stark, once again, another main character. And then they could go for a 3-man, or they could go for 4-man. They could go Himmel from, like, the original, I guess he's sort of like a main character, I guess. Like, Freerun's sort of first love. Ubel, who is like if they want to go for a sort of, I don't know, if like a fan service, more collaboration. You've got Aizen, who of course I think it actually travels with the group, so maybe they'll do that as a 4th. You've got, I don't know the name of the person, but the Freer, it's almost like Freer, and the woman who sits on the throne. I don't actually remember the name. I watched the show when it came out, so I haven't really watched it or read much of it since after I sort of read and watched it. But yeah, it's pretty good that we could see a collab like that on Grand Cross, and once again, seeing it collaborate with other games does definitely increase the chance of it collaborating with Grand Cross, because Grand Cross definitely has a much better reputation. People say, oh, the game's dying, oh, the game's this, oh, the game's dead. But when it's still making, 6 million, combined grossing 6 million a month, you can't really call the game dead, especially when it's continuously doing that. It's breaking records still. The game is just generally still doing well. You can't say the game's dead. And generally, the game is in a very good place at the moment. Just generally going off like the state of the game. Collaborations, we had Millum, really good character. We've also had Shion as well. I'm not going to talk about Rimuru. But just generally, the game's in a good place. Free-to-play wise, I would say this is the best game out there. Not because I play the game right. I'm not only saying that because I play the game, but generally, it's just a good game. And the free-to-play wise, they give us so many rewards. Of course, we're still currently getting the login diamonds from the JP 0.5 anniversary. I don't know what it is. It's a 0.5 anniversary. But we're still getting 200 diamonds from that, which is pretty good. We have New Year coming up soon, end of year, whatever you want to call it. The banner, which is normally big. Of course, I did a video going over who we could possibly see. New Tristan, Gawain, or of course the new Melee, which is like what we normally get anyway. But I hope they don't go with the new Melee. I want like a new Tristan, or I want Gawain. They're the two I really want, mainly because they're new and I feel like they're going to be really cool. Melee gets very boring very quickly. And I'm sort of, actually no, maybe I do want another Melee, just so we can get rid of Demon King Melee. That should be pretty nice now I think about it. But the game's in a good place. We'll probably get about, I reckon, 200, maybe 300 diamonds from New Year, like what we normally get. Maybe a free multi, maybe 2 free multis, which is always quite good, because once again, that festival, the end of year is always stacked. You sometimes, most of the time, we get some sort of outfit sale, as well as the new end of year banner, which would be really, really good. I'm hoping it has quite a bit of stuff on it, but this is the problem. Last year, January, right? January's a dead month. Always, January used to be a dead month. It used to be you get basically nothing. Just a random character you skip. So you save for either global. Just spit my drink everywhere. Lovely. You either save for global anniversary or you save for the April collaboration. But now we have the problem of last January we had a collab. So this January we could also have a collab, which is it's a slight problem. especially with, I guess, end of year. End of year is always a good banner, and you can't sacrifice, possibly saving for a collaboration when we've got end of year. And they did actually speak about they're gonna try and get the big IPs they want to collaborate with, fan favorites returning, and it's sort of like, if it is gonna be free run, it's gonna be a very big collab in terms of just general IPs. It's probably be the biggest one they've collaborated with. Like, ReZero is a big show, right? And it's very popular. I went past them because of delay. But I would say if they were to put free run on here, it would probably top every other collab here. I'm not including AOT, only because they released AOT at probably the worst point. Not only were the characters horrendous, but the show had lost quite a bit of hype because they were just releasing movie after movie after movie, which is not really how you want to release an anime. It's not very hype when you have to wait, 6 months between movies and you sort of forget what's happened. It's not the best. But yeah, I would say AOT was probably the most hype anime or IP. Once again, you got Overlord, ReZero. Once again, ReZero is currently getting another season. We could possibly see ReZero next year. I think we will, actually. LR-wise, who's going to get an LR? Probably Rem or Ram. Amelia won't. If they do anything with Amelia, it'll probably be release a new copy. One more in touch with the most recent season, Season 3. But what could we see? Realistically, in January, if we do see a collab, will it be a new IP? Maybe. We had a new IP last year. It was only a 3-man one, though. But once again, it's Tower of God. It's their own IP. They own it. They could just release whatever. If we do see another 3-man IP in January, I think it'll be like either. I actually think it'll probably be like Solo Leveling. It'll like Shangri-La. I do hope they go for a 4-man with Shangri-La because there's already a 4-man in the show. They could easily do a 4-man. But I think it is possible that we get Solo Leveling. They've just released a 3-man and then just call it quits there. Only because that is their own IP, and that's what sort of happened with Tower of God. They just released 3, even though it was sort of a stinky collab. But generally, it's good. We could see free run, which is actually pretty hype, and I do hope they maybe push their budget out a little bit, maybe put a little bit more into that collab, even if it just costs them a lot more, even like a majority of their collaboration budget for the year. Push it out, it's worth it. It's worth to spend more money on collabs, because then you're more likely going to get more money back, because people will be like, I love this collab, this show's really hype or whatever. When you keep collaborating with the same shows over and over and over again, it's not too hype. Like, Jobless isn't really that hype for most people. Shield Hero likes hype for some people. Me is quite hype for. ReZero is quite a large one. Slime, once again, quite a large one. Overlord, huge. But yeah, they just need to push their... Just push the category out a little bit. Maybe just instead of going Isekai, free run's quite a good one to go for. It's not Isekai. I can't really think of many other shows they could really go for and get away with. There's not really many. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next one. Goodbye.